What is love? I mean, really, what is it? It's a question that's launched a million poems, songs, and endless debates. It feels huge, complex, and maybe even a little bit unknowable. So today, we're going to try something a little different. We're going to tackle this massive emotion, but through the structured, logical lens of an AI.
All right, let's dive right in. You know, for centuries, pretty much everyone, from philosophers to poets to scientists, has tried to pin down a single definition for love. It's a massive challenge for sure. But maybe, just maybe, by breaking it down, we can find a new way to understand it.
So yeah, let's just put it right out there. The big one. The question we've all asked ourselves at some point. This is the very core of what we're exploring today.
And this really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It perfectly captures the problem. Love is a feeling. It's an experience. So how on earth do you put an experience like that into a neat, logical framework? Well, that's exactly what we're about to try.
Okay, so before we can start unpacking all the different types of love, we need a baseline, a starting point, right? According to our AI source, there's a core definition we can build everything else on top of. And here it is, our foundational definition. It sounds simple, but it's actually really powerful. You've got to pay attention to those three key words: affection, care, and connection. Just think of those as the primary colors of love. Every single variation we're about to talk about is just a different mix of these three. So here's a crucial idea. Love isn't a monolith. It's not just one thing. The AI actually breaks it down into 5 distinct facets, 5 totally different ways we can experience that core feeling of connection.
First up, the one that gets all the attention in movies and songs, romantic love. Don't worry, we're going to circle back and dig way deeper into this one in just a bit.
Next up, we've got familial love. You know this one. It's that unique, often unspoken bond we share with our family. That deep, almost instinctual sense of care and belonging that's often the bedrock of our lives. And then, of course, there's the love we feel for our friends. This is built on a totally different foundation, right? It's all about chosen trust, mutual support, and just that simple joy of having someone in your corner.
Now, this next one is really interesting because it's pointed inward. Self-love. Our AI framework actually identifies this as a crucial, distinct form of love. It's that foundational act of truly valuing and caring for yourself. And that brings us to our 5th and final facet: unconditional love. This is love that's given freely, with no strings attached, no conditions, no limits. We often think about it with the bond between a parent and a child, or as a core idea in a lot of spiritual practices.
Okay, so we've got our 5 facets laid out. Now, because it's often the most complicated, and let's be honest, the one we're all a bit fascinated by, let's zoom in and really dissect that first one, romantic love. Turns out, it has its own unique structure.
Our source breaks romantic love down into 3 core ingredients. Seriously, you can think of it like a recipe. To get that full, rich experience of romantic love, you need a healthy mix of passion, intimacy, and commitment. Let's look at each one.
First up, passion. This is the spark. It's that intense emotional pull, that physical attraction. And the source describes it perfectly as the butterflies in your stomach. I mean, we all know exactly what that feels like, right?
Next in our recipe is intimacy, and it's so important to get this right. This isn't just about physical closeness. It's about emotional connection. It's that deep, trusting bond you build when you can share your true self with someone, all your vulnerabilities included.
And the final ingredient is commitment. This is the anchor. It's the glue that holds it all together. See, passion can fade in and out, and intimacy can be tested, but commitment, that's the conscious choice to stay, to work through the tough stuff, and to build a future together on purpose.
So what in the world is going on in our brains that makes all this feel so intense? Well, it's basically a powerful chemical cocktail. You get a flood of dopamine, which is all about pleasure and craving. You get a surge of oxytocin, the bonding hormone, that helps us connect on a deep level. And your serotonin levels shift, which affects your mood. This is the biological engine that makes love feel so amazing and, yeah, sometimes completely addictive.
And this brings us to a really crucial point. Romantic love is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can be the greatest source of inspiration in your life, fueling creativity, happiness, personal growth. But on the other hand, that very same intensity
can open the door to huge challenges, like jealousy or that deep, profound fear of loss. It's two sides of the same very, very powerful coin.
So we've broken love down into different types. We've looked at its core ingredients. We've basically created a logical map for a very illogical feeling. But now, let's bring it all back to where we started. This idea that love is, at its heart, an experience. And this is really the key takeaway from all of this. These frameworks, like the one we just went through, are incredibly helpful for our understanding. They give us a language, a structure, but they're a map. They're not the actual territory. Ultimately, they're just describing an experience that has to be felt.
So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. We've seen the different types: romantic, familial, friendship, self-love, and that big one, unconditional love. If love really is a personal experience, which one of those facets truly means the most to you in your life right now?
What is
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update.